Hey yo, fellow Legonians, fellow Brick fans, this is Dave Frost reporting in once again with another Transformers Combiner Wars figure review. So, this is Transformers Combiner Wars Decepticon Blackjack. So, this is the front of the box. And then here's the right side showing off Motor Master. Even though that's the best I can do to lighten up. And then there's nothing on the left side. And here's the back, where it shows him in robot mode and vehicle mode. The description is: clever warrior calculates the odds and hatches his plan. So that's it for the box. Next, we take a look at the card, which is the same artwork as on the front of the box. And then here's the generic back appearance of the card. Next, we take a look at the instruction manual. Which contains 7 steps on how to transform him from robot mode to vehicle mode. And then, of course, back again from vehicle mode to robot mode, but in reverse. Oh. Well, actually, it's just one. The instruction manual is double-sided, where this side shows robot to vehicle mode, and then in reverse, vehicle to robot mode. And also it shows where to place him on Menasor, combined with everyone else. Because in the usual G1 fandom universe of Transformers, Blackjack was not an individual character. He's just a little black card that came with Motor Master, that just combined with Motor Master when Motor Master and the rest of the Decepticons would form Menasor. So now let's move on to the vehicle mode, where he's an awesome looking little sports car. He has some gold painting for the windows, and then black and purple throughout the rest of the vehicle mode. And some silver for the front for the headlights. And there is detailing that is not painted, which is usual for all Transformer figures. So now, let's compare him to a Transformers Armada Minicon. Here we have Swindle. So this is Minicon class and this is Legend class. I rather the term Legend class for these small figures instead of Legion, because Legion, well, actually it can be Legend or Legion class, whichever you prefer. Legion makes more sense because it's like a army of small dudes that can do some damage. Now let's compare him to a deluxe class figure, who is a lot bigger. Here we have... So here we have Dead End, who is a fellow Stunticon from also from Combined Wars, from the same team as Blackjack. And obviously, the Minicon is smaller than Blackjack and the deluxe class is bigger. Then we also have Crankcase, who is a black SUV, who obviously is not as big as Dead End, but in scale he's just as long, somewhat, because he also is a deluxe class figure. So now let's transform Blackjack. But first are the features for Blackjack in vehicle mode, which is only this little device. It is it's what he uses as a tail fin or spoiler for vehicle mode. You know, a bit of a pair of wings, and the front can be a cannon, because there's a circle formation at the end of it, so it could be a bit of a vehicle mode weapon. And so this is how it connects, is that there are two pegs here that go into these two slots here on the tail end of the vehicle mode, here and here. But that's not the only area. There are also a couple of holes here and here, and that's where this piece goes to when Blackjack goes and combines with Motormaster and the rest of the Stunticon team to form Menasor. But we will discuss that in a little bit. Nothing really interesting on the bottom of the vehicle mode. So now what you want to do is fold out the arms, which are the front wheels and the side doors, and then twist the front wheels to the back, to the underside of the vehicle, and bring the parts where you see the front of the forearms, you fold them forward so the underside of the arms go down. Then you unclip the back window from the back end of the vehicle, and you bring this whole assembly up and over to where the front of the vehicle goes in the back. We will get back to that in a moment. Then you take the tail end of the vehicle mode and unclip it so they become the legs and feet. Going back to the top of the vehicle, where the windows are, you take the back window area and you swing it forward and down, revealing the head. So he's a pretty awesome, menacing little Stunticon member. So now let's zoom in on the head sculpt. Trying to zoom in on the face. There we go. So he has a purple head and light turquoise eye visor. A light turquoise eye visor. Sorry for my mispronunciation. And a gold mouth plate. Looking at the visor, it's like a light turquoise, light teal color. You know, in between blue and green, specifically. Sorry for messing with the camera. So now, put Blackjack back. Zoom in. And his spoiler tail fin piece for vehicle mode, it has a 5mm bar, whatever size that bar is, and it can fit in his hand as a weapon. Sorry about that. As a weapon, like a battle axe. So he can do some menacing poses when he's ready to battle the Autobots. So now we have the size comparison of robot mode for all four of the characters. We have, like I've said, we have Swindle compared to Blackjack, who's taller, compared to Deadend and Crankcase, who are even taller than that. And they're all ready to come after pretty much you, the audience. I mean, Crankcase is like looking right at you. And so are Deadend and Blackjack. So you're pretty much doomed. Anyways, so that pretty much just about does it. But of course, there's one minor aspect that we need to take care of before wrapping up. So putting all the other guys aside, we gotta talk posability. Off screen, I am putting Blackjack back into normal mode. So, you've seen the head sculpt. His head can rotate 360 degrees. There is barely any head tilt. I mean, you see the movement right there. How little that is. Limited, even. His arms can go out due to transformation. Well, actually, because they're on ball joints, is more specific. Not transformation. 360 shoulder rotation. 360 elbow rotation, and also elbow bendage. And then at the legs, they can go that far up. And that far back. No thanks to the front of the vehicle being a backpack. But then there's that far in knee bendage. The lower legs can rotate 360 degrees at the knee. And the legs can do a full splits. So, since Blackjack is pretty menacing, I'm sure you would not want to mess with him. Seeing that he's part of Menasor, who's also pretty menacing himself. And then there's one final thing to do. So, as you can tell, I've gotten Motormaster, Dead End, and not 6B, but the fellow Stunticon, who is the yellow race car. I forget the name at the moment, but not that big of a deal. Because we're here for Blackjack, who I've gotten here into chest minion mode, as that is his role to the team. He's a chest plate. So we bring in you know what, I'm just gonna take out Dragstrip, that's his name. Take enough Dragstrip and Dead End. So this is what you do. You see these pigs here. There are two holes on the bottom, as you see before you, the two holes that are circular on the bottom of Blackjack. Those pegs on Motormaster go into those holes on Blackjack. And there you go. That's what Blackjack looks like when he is combined with Motormaster and the Stunticons. Now, obviously, I only have 4 Stunticons here with me now, as I have 2 to 3 more to get. But that'll come in the future time. At a future time when I can actually collect them. So now, that is all I have to say for this review. I thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend and afternoon, depending on what time depending on what time zone you live in the US, or if you're around the world, you know, it's practically tomorrow already at this point, I believe. And outside of that, I continue to say thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend and afternoon. Have a good week next week, starting tomorrow being Sunday. And I will see you all in the next video. And please stick around for more great LEGO and Transformer content, including a mega Bricklink haul that I have coming to this channel in the future this month. Towards the end of this month, somewhat. But we will further discuss that when the time comes.